I mean, I thought we had a good game the first one in Tampa, and then we got to kind of raise our level again here, play better, be a team that goes out there every single shift and gets it done. And you don't want to go out there and kind of, make it a coin flip. And there was times the last couple of games where we played good hockey, and some times where it wasn't good enough. And we looked at that. We try and correct it, and we're looking forward to tonight.
You mentioned you kind of been playing alongside Dylan Cozens a lot so far this season. He's spoken to me about the physicality and the physical side of his game, trying to get in on the forecheck. What have you seen from him over the first few games of the season?
He's been awesome. He gets in on every puck. I think he's making a lot of plays with the puck as well, and he's confident carrying it right now. And I think getting Drake back on our line will be a big bonus in that regard too. He's got a lot of pace to his game. He brings a lot of skill, and we're just looking to go out there, like you said, and kind of shift the momentum in our favor every single shift.
You mentioned Drake coming back and kind of the impact that he brings to the line, but in the experience that you have playing with him last year, what does he add to a line?
Yeah, we had a great time. We're going to look to kind of hit the ground running again. He missed a lot of time. I'm sure he's excited. But also I think for him and for us is to play simple early in the game, get his legs underneath him. And I think from that point on, if we get in our forecheck, we get to our game, we'll be successful.
And Michael Amadio, you spent some time with him as well earlier in the year. He's elevated to the top line, it looks like tonight. How have you seen his game evolve so far?
I think he's another guy. I think his legs are excellent right now. He's skating super. He gets in on every puck. He's playing some solid hockey. And I think with Amo, you know what you're getting. Any given night, he's just steady with everything, every detail that he does. He's fun to watch.
With Brady out of the lineup now for a little bit, how maybe important is it for the forward group? What's the mentality for the forward group going forward here?
Yeah, just try to win the game, like 2-1, 3-1. Obviously, he's a big part of our team. It's tough to lose him, but it's got to be a little bit of a next man up mentality right now, and we can't worry about kind of who's playing, who's not. We got to just go out there and get the job done.
Back here in Buffalo, maybe what are the emotions like second time here back?
Yeah, it's I've had a little more time for it to settle in that I don't play here anymore. Obviously, the first game was like 2 weeks after I got traded, so that one was a little weird. But I'm excited to play against the Sabres and play against some of my old buddies. But at the end of the day, it's a hockey game and one that we got to win.
Drake on that second line now with you and DP. Maybe what makeup does he bring to that unit and bringing him back into the lineup overall?
Yeah, he brings a lot, obviously. I think we had some good chemistry last year together, and it sucks that he was out for those first couple games, but he brings so much. He plays the game the right way. He plays it hard. He plays it heavy. He's an unbelievable shot, and he sees the ice well and makes lots of plays. So, it's great to have him back.
As a forward group, maybe what's the approach now with Brady out? What's the mentality maybe going forward over these next few weeks?
Yeah, we know that we got to step up. Obviously, that's a huge part of our lineup, our captain, and a guy that plays the game hard. So we all know that we got to bring our A game. We got to play hard. We got to step up while he's out.
As a group as well, center spot's been good face-off wise so far in the year. Teams excelling over the first few games. Maybe what's worked for you? Maybe have you picked up with it from anyone on the team? What you'd like to accomplish in the center spot?
Yeah, I think everyone's worked hard at face-offs, especially during camp. We stay out and take face-offs after practice. It is an important part of the game, and you want to start with the puck. So, we've done video on it and we've worked on it, and obviously having Claude Giroux around helps lots too.
What have you learned about David that's made him a consistent scorer for 17, 18 years?
Yeah, he's an unbelievable guy. He's so strong on pucks and corners. He wins every battle, and he just finds a way to hang onto that puck down low and maintain possession. And he brings a great attitude to the rink every day. He comes in, he gets the boys fired up, he gets us going. And he's a great guy to have in this room.
What stood out about playing with him from playing against him? For a couple of years.
DP? Yeah, he's the guy that kind of pissed me off playing against him, but now that we're on the same team and line mates, I love him. He's an unbelievable guy, and he's a guy that's so big and important in this dressing room. And obviously he's won a cup, he has that experience, and he just brings so much to our group.
What was that playoff experience like for you last year? You get out of here, but being part of this group and getting them back to the postseason as well.
Yeah, those last 20 or whatever games it was going into playoffs were a lot of fun, and then playing in playoffs was a great experience. Obviously, it didn't go how we wanted it to, but I think it was a big learning experience for our group, and helped us a lot moving forward. We learned what it's like in playoffs, and I still think that series could have gone either way. Those a lot of one goal games, tight games, but we learned a lot that's going to help us down the road for sure.
What did you kind of learn
personally? Like, you can probably watch the playoffs and think you know what it's going to feel like, but to actually be in it, like, what did it feel? What did you learn?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing you learn is how every single play matters. You know, you don't get a puck in, and they end up scoring. That could be the game-winning goal, and that has a huge impact on the series. So, each and every play has a huge impact on the game and the series. And it's just every play is important, and you got to make the right decision.
Just to go back to face-offs quickly, you mentioned G and how he kind of helps. What has he maybe told you and some of the younger guys from the face-off perspective, and what you're trying to improve in that area?
Yeah. I'm not going to give his secrets away, but he helps us lots, and he's obviously a guy that's been one of the best centermen in the league for a long time. So, it's just great having him around to learn from him.
How better do you feel now compared to like right after the trade? I imagine it was a whirlwind, and I'm assuming you've found a place to live. You've kind of settled into Ottawa. Like, how much better do you feel heading into this season?
Yeah, it was definitely a whirlwind last year. Just getting traded at the deadline and thrown into those big games right away. It was a lot, but everyone in Ottawa helped me settle in great, and I felt I stayed with Batherson, which made it easy on me, and I got a place in Ottawa now, and it's good to have a full training camp and really get to know all the guys and learn the systems and really learn how we want to play. So yeah, I feel good right now.
How did you find out you were traded?
I actually saw on Twitter at first that it was confirmed that I got traded to Ottawa, and I was like, oh, okay, and it was confirmed by some pretty reputable sources. So, after I saw that, I was kind of just waiting for a call to actually confirm it. But yeah, the first thing I saw was on Twitter.
And what kind of the initial emotions that go through you when you see that on your phone? Was it on your phone? I would assume.
Yeah, well, obviously get a hold of my agent right away and try and see if it's true. But the people that were confirming it were pretty, reputable, like I said. So, I was pretty confident it was true. But, once I got the call, then, yeah, I knew it was true.
It's like you're going to be joining the top line with Timmy and Fabian tonight. Maybe where have you seen your game develop over camp and over the first few games of the year to get to this point?
I think just the details of my game. Obviously, I want to be consistent, play the same way every night. So just kind of bringing that game and building on it, moving into tonight, I think is the biggest thing.
And for you personally, you kind of embody that hard checking, forechecking type of game, getting on pucks. Maybe how does that kind of element play into playing with guys like Fabian and Timmy tonight?
Just kind of stick to our game plan. Obviously, if we get pucks in deep and get on the forecheck and try to create some space for those two, they're very fast and they both see the ice very well. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Overall, what's maybe the mentality of the forward group with Brady out for a continuous period of time? Maybe what's the overall mentality from you guys just embodying going into this next little stretch?
Obviously you never want to see a guy get hurt, especially our captain. So it's time for some guys to step up, and I think it's we kind of just gotta. It's not one guy; it's everyone kind of coming together to fill that role. So it's gonna be a fun one tonight, and we'll be ready to go.
Tough stretch last year against Buffalo, not able to pick up a win. Maybe what's the approach going into tonight against the Sabres team?
Obviously there's no easy games in the NHL, so you just gotta bring the same game every night, and obviously losing the last two, we need our best, and we need to play full 60 to get the win tonight.
You played a little bit with Dylan Cozens and DP so far early on in the year. What did you see with the makeup of that line and what Dylan's trying to maybe accomplish as a more physical type of centerman this year?
Yeah, absolutely. He plays a full 200-foot game, so it was a lot of fun playing with him. He sees the ice well, he skates well too, and he's got a good shot, so it was a pleasure playing with those two as well.
So start up with starting goaltender for tonight's game.
Yeah, Levy's going to go tonight.
And Michael Amadio joining that line with Timmy and Fabian on the top line. Maybe what have you seen from him so far that warrants that look alongside?
I think Amo's a player that we can move up and down the lineup. He's reliable. He's smart. He's got good hands. He can make a play. He's a very responsible player. 200-foot guy that can play up and down your lineup, and we're going to put him in there tonight.
Drake checks in on the second line with Dylan and DP. Maybe what have you seen from Drake in practice so far that you hope to see in time?
He just looks sharp. He looks ready. I know he's excited to play, and I thought we'd put him back on a line that he's played with before, and we'll see how it goes.
And overall, I guess as a unit, maybe without Brady over these next few games at home coming after this game, maybe what's the approach for the forward groups?
Yeah, to be honest, it's not something that we talk about internally. We're going to miss him. You don't replace guys like that. But we've always had the mindset of next man up. It's another opportunity, and teams are going to have injuries, and that's part of the NHL.
struggled a little bit against Buffalo last year, not able to pick up a victory. 3 games against them this year. What's the approach going into tonight?
We got to play our game first and foremost. I thought we had a real good game in Tampa. I didn't like our game in Florida. A bit better at home the other night, but we've got a better game, and it starts there.